Dochi, Andre Cordova.
I was lured here with free sex toys. V.
And welcome to Sabotage.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's going.
It's
going.
We're just kind of existing at this point.
Just plodding along, you know.
The reason we're here is to discuss lesbians.
Yes. Which, believe it or not, many people don't. The amount of times I get hit on by straight men. I am one.
Oh yeah, we're going to get into all of that. Don't you worry. I can just imagine.
Well, hopefully now that it's out in the open on a podcast.
They'll back off. It's official.
Off.
It's official.
I'll literally show them your Instagram and I'll be like...
You're like, see, it's on the TV.
It's official.
True. Yeah. You must believe it. It's on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, isn't that what they say?
Yeah, everything on the internet is real.
Yes.
On the way here, was thinking, like, should I write down some questions? Sometimes I do for the subject matter and what have you, but because it was about lesbians, I'm like, girl, I don't know where to begin.
Is this a topic you're unfamiliar with?
To some degree.
Okay.
Like, I know all about them. We love the lesbians. Okay, I know I look like one, and that's kind of as far as it goes. So, this is not news to me. No. I'm aware as an androgynous-looking person that no matter what I do, I kind of just look like a lesbian, but a hot one.
Yeah, and there's no shame in that.
No shame.
No.
We love that.
Yeah.
But this is why I can't risk going to one of those, like, lesbian nights.
What, like Birdcage? Junipero?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been. I think it'd be fun.
We should go.
But I'd get, like...
Keep a tally of how many times you get it on. Probably more than me.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Well, Fee. When did you first realize that you liked girls?
I don't really think there was even a time that I didn't.
Yeah.
From my, like, early childhood, I just remember, like, I thought that was kind of just how everyone felt. I remember...
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I was actually speaking to my mum kind of recently. She came down. She lives in Queensland. My friend, like, asked her... He was like, oh, did you ever, like, feel like Fee could be, like... a lesbian? And her response was like, yes, because much more than her sister, she had very intense, like, female friendships. And honestly, I look back and I think that some of my friends from childhood, I was, like, genuinely, like, in love with them. Like, I had a bit of a crush on them. I just didn't really understand or, like, figure out what that meant.
Yeah.
And I obviously had, like, I had, like, boyfriends, whatever, that I didn't speak to. But, like, I had, like, these
really... decoration.
Literally. My beard. What's the equivalent? I don't know. But yeah, like, I had very, very intense female friendships. Googling girls kissing. You know? The first orgasm I ever had was this video I found on YouTube. And it was these two girls, like, eating strawberries and kissing. I remember it so vividly. I was homesick from school.
That sounds very lesbian.
Yeah, right? I know. And still, I was like, no. Like,
no.
Not me.
Not possibly. Couldn't
possibly. Be me.
Yeah,
I've had boyfriends that I don't speak to. Like, be so real.
Oh my God. So did you have to come out at all?
I come from a very Irish Catholic family.
Right.
I mean, I'm definitely out. I'm out on my Instagram. Everyone knows. It's not a secret. It's not something I really speak about with them. The only person I really came out to was my mum. I remember I had a really big crush on my coworker and I messaged her. I was on my way to work and I was like, hey, just want you to know I have a crush on my coworker and they're not a man. So that means that I'm not straight. I don't know what that means. And then I think maybe 3 years ago, it was Mardi Gras.
I thought you were going to say, and then 3 years later she replied.
Yeah. She was on it. She was trying to call me. I was like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I was declining her calls, put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I don't want to talk about it. I just wanted you to know. What did you not understand about that message?
Like, was I not clear?
Literally. And then, yeah, like 3 years later, we went to Service New South Wales. This is so rogue. This is like my favourite story. We went to Service New South Wales and there was this girl and she was like looking me up and down because she was with her boyfriend and she was going like... And I said to my mum noticed and I said, it's so funny because she thinks I'm looking at her boyfriend when realistically I'm probably more likely to look at her.
Yeah.
And she was like, is this your way of coming out? And I was like, yeah. And then we were sat in silence for a while and then we went into the shops and she was like, oh, I love you. I always say my mum's biggest flex is having a lesbian daughter. Like, truly, she's like the ultimate ally and like this is like her like claim to fame for real.
That's so cute. I love that.
Love my mum.
That's
ultimate
a really
ally.
sweet story.
Yeah.
No, it's so good when you have a supportive parent like that.
For sure. I mean, I grew up on the Northern Beaches and I remember there was a few times that I like tried to come out to my friends. The first time I said, oh, well, you know I'm bi. And one girl, she was like, you've never said that before. all of a sudden, all the attention's on me, and then I have to kind of like justify and explain what I've just said.
You're not required to announce it.
For real,
right?
I just tried to do it in a casual way, and I was pulled up on it.
Yeah.
And then I remember I came out to one of my closest friends, like right after I'd come out to my mum, and she said, but you've dated men before, so... No, what did she say? She said 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4 or something. Not friends with her anymore, but...
2 + 2 does equal 4. What?
Oh, so whatever. Don't catch me on a technicality. But I honestly felt a lot more support from my family than I did from friends.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I've said this to you, I feel like only in the last maybe like 6 months have I really found like a friendship group that I feel like very supported by.
Yeah.
I feel like there's always been outliers that obviously support me like on the surface, but there is kind of just this like level of, you know.
When you find your people having not only a safe space, but they understand you, they get you, they have patience for you, it really is difficult to find. And it took me ages to, even when you think you found them, sometimes it's like, okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out for one reason or another, or they let you down in some way. But like, definitely feel the same with our group and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're such sweethearts. They're such good people.
And I feel like good people are hard to come by.
Yes.
Which is crazy to say, but I feel like...
Because people are garbage trash.
Absolutely. And I've been saying that.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time now.
But yeah, I just feel very supported, and it took me like a long time to feel very supported, especially in like my sexual identity.
That's so valid.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I'm happy for you. Very different experience for me. But we don't need to get into it. Some of you all know the story. No, just that like, I mean, okay, the summary sort of rundown is I grew up abused. So my parents were homophobic. Even when my mother had doubts about the way that they were treating me, my stepfather would be whispering into her ear and reinforcing that negative behavior. So between that and not really having friends, being incapable of making friends because of my undiagnosed neurodivergency, it just meant that I grew up alone for the most part. All the way through to university, like I would just put my foot in my mouth. I couldn't communicate properly. And that was because of my BPD, my ADHD. It was so frustrating, and I was always misunderstood. After that, I'd already been trying to work on myself because I was really fed up of feeling like there's something wrong with me, not knowing why. Eventually, I became this gorgeous, charismatic person that you know now. Because like, I used to not have any charisma. God, I didn't even...
That is
crazy.
Far-fetched. That is unbelievable to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know that now I'm hella charismatic.
I will say though, a lot of the people that I know that are like the most confident or like the most like...
You start off as like the complete opposite.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I was a weird kid in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that weird kid.
I was bullied for like everything.
Yes. And then I finally joined like the popular girls, and I was always like an outlier. They only put me in their group because I was friends with people from other schools, so I got us invited to parties.
Isn't that always the way? They got that person to like who can hook them up with something.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they liked me, but that's fine. I didn't really like them either. Maybe they'll see this. Sorry, hey.
Don't apologize. Don't apologize to them. You can get fucked. No self-esteem, no self-confidence, no self-respect, none of that. I was raised to believe that I was nothing. So I really had to fight against that to get to where I am now. Yeah, that also meant just establishing a network of people who give a fuck about me, because I did not have that. And it's a miracle that I managed to get through everything I did on my own. But that's that resilience, I guess, lying underneath. And because thankfully I realized somewhat young that what was happening was wrong. I had like no basis of understanding for that, but I was like, how I'm being treated is not right. It was incredibly difficult to advocate for myself, to fight for myself. Like I got in fist fights with my stepdad when I was a child. Yeah. Like early teens, and he's a grown man.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, no, because he's a man child. Man child. Like, for real. No, he's a piece of shit. I hate that guy. But yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Nowadays, and for a few years now, my closest thing to a father figure is my hairdresser. Love you, Alan. Anyway.
Like a benefit, almost a gift that comes with like growing up as well, is you're able to like find those support systems elsewhere. Yeah. And like I am very grateful for the support that I had from my family, but I also understand that that's not the case for everyone. Yeah. My sister is super religious. Yeah. I love my sister, so she's not.
Okay.
Not anymore. When she started, she went very into it. We had a few conversations. There was a lot of back and forth. I feel very supported by her. And I will say, with my first girlfriend that I had, she was very like, oh, how is she? Like, what's going on? Like, what are you guys doing? She was very like keeping up with it.
Present,
yeah, present. And I mean, I feel like that can't be the case for a lot of other people, especially people with like religious like
backgrounds.
Yeah, she was probably the only person I was really like concerned to come out to in my family.
That's so fair.
Feel very supported by her, so can't complain. Love her.
Yeah. My sister's a cunt.
I can't say anything.
I do really love that for you.
And you know what? It's great. Like in our group, I feel like everyone has very different stories, very different backgrounds, very different experiences, especially surrounding like their sexuality. I don't think there's anyone in our group that's straight. No.
I mean, unless I've been bringing my token straight.
He's the token straight.
Yeah, he's the token straight.
Do you know what I always say? I'm the token lesbian because 95% of my friends are like gay men above 30.
Present company not included.
Age undisclosed.
Totally vibe with you on that. I love having my friends as my family.
And we love having you.
Oh. No, it's so cute. I love it. It feels so worthwhile at the end of it all once you find your people.
Take some time, but you will. Yeah, absolutely.
And you get to spend more time with them too compared to like the frequency at which people speak to or see their parents has always weirded me out. And I think I'm so detached from the idea of like traditional family that it grosses me out. I'm like, I can't imagine being someone who is texting their mother every day.
I'm that bitch.
I can't imagine seeing my parents every weekend. You know what I mean? Like, it's so alien to me. It's so strange. I love that for you guys. I'm just like, it's crazy to think that
experiences for sure. And like,
yeah, I can't imagine what it is to have a healthy family dynamic. So I don't know what that looks like.
But you find it elsewhere.
Exactly.
Obviously, it's not like in like a
everyone finds their own
familial
version of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You mentioned your first girlfriend. How'd that come about? How was that experience of like, you know, first time dating women?
So, I mean, I'd been dating women like exclusively for maybe like a year and a half, 2 years before that. Many a situationship, many a broken heart. I literally have short hair now. Go scroll back on my Instagram. My hair used to be down here.
Really?
I crashed out over this one girl. It was like 10 o'clock at night and I cut my hair. Like I was literally like, I'm freaking out. She's not replying.
Yeah.
So I cut my hair. This is actually like, I'm kind of exposing myself as a freak, hey. But I literally like posted on my story. She didn't even reply to my story. So I cut my hair for nothing. Anyway, I swore after that girl, I was like, I'm being single. I'm done. I'm not dating anyone. I'm over it, right? The lesbian community is very small.
Yeah.
Everyone knows everyone. And once you've made a few enemies, I feel like it reduces your choices very much.
Oh, wow.
Which is why my girlfriend was here on a working visa from the UK. I had a friend that was dating someone at a bar, like was a bartender. And she said to me, she was like, you need to meet my friend. I'm not going to say it. Oh, it's this.
Insert a name like they do on Reddit.
Literally.
Give like a random name.
Let's just say E. You need to meet E. And I was like, why? Because she's another lesbian. Of course I need to meet her. Like, shut up. And we
you
met.
gotta add her to the scrapbook.
Literally, like, oh my God. No, but it's like, oh my God, you would get on so well with my friend. She's also gay. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, whatever. So we go to her bar because she worked there as well. We went to her bar and we went into the bathroom and she came out, she was crying and she was like, I fucking hate this place. That was the worst English accent ever. But she was like, I fucking hate this place. I like need to leave. I'm so over it. And she walked out and I was like, oh, I'm in love with her. Anyway, she came and sat with us. She was like talking to my friend and I was trying to talk to her and she like was literally just shutting me down so hard.
Really?
So hard. And I was like, okay, well.
You tried.
I tried.
Yeah.
But I'm on my no dating era anyway, so it's fine. I don't even care. We went back, like we were at Birdcage. Classic, represent. I've literally got it on my carabiner. Birdcage. That's another lesbian situation that everyone goes to. That's why everyone knows everyone, is events like that. My friend was there and I was like, I feel like we should probably go to that bar. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's a good vibe. Like, we should probably just go. And I ended up talking to her and then we had a movie night and then literally just hung out for a year straight after that. I think the longest we went apart after that third time meeting was like 4 days because she was away. Wow. Yeah. We essentially lived together. Within 2 weeks of dating, I helped her move. It was pouring rain. I was driving the van. We couldn't figure out the parking brake. Yeah.
You're not beating the stereotypes, are
No,
you?
for real. And I said that to her. I said that to her in like a week of dating. I was like, we need to have some like space because this is actually embarrassing. Like, I'm here every day. My mum's like, I was like, oh, I'm just staying at E's house again tonight. She's like, really sus. She was like, okay, like, why are you staying at your friend's house so much? She was like, oh, I have this really good friend. And then I ended up telling my mum, and then, well, I had to tell my mum because she was going to stay at my house. So I was like, hey, by the way, we're not friends.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I swear when you say like, I'm not dating, I'm done dating, that's when you find...
Yeah. Well, no, you know what it is? You can do that, but that doesn't necessarily mean you've worked on yourself enough to be ready for a relationship.
Absolutely.
Like, my whole thing was after all the abusive and unhealthy relationships that I had with men, because men, I was single for a while, building my self-confidence, my self-esteem, self-respect. That's when all of that was changing and improving. And that is when they flock to you out of the woodwork.
Absolutely.
Because if men want to do anything, it's ruin your fucking peace. I swear to God.
I've been saying.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what though, I had options, girl. I had these guys like wanting to date me and stuff. And I was like, no.
Hey, and you know what? That's taking your power back.
Yeah, for one reason or another, I was like, it's not right, or there's no spark, until Benji came along and loved me a good big muscle boy. Yeah, but he's a sweetheart.
Well, that is so true. I always say, I feel like you can like tell, like, well, me personally, I can tell if I'm gonna like be with someone or like date someone.
Yeah, don't get into a relationship.
Within like 2 times of meeting them.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, yeah, it's like sparked, whatever. But it's true. Like,
no, it is.
Yeah.
You need that connection because I would not waste anyone's time, including my own. So I'm like, unless I see...
You are so wise. I feel like I need to start writing down the things that you say and like make a book.
Notes?
Literally.
Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, I would not get into a relationship with a guy unless I believed that there was something long term. So that's why like I'll go on dates, but I won't date you unless there's something here. And I think that it will last. Because otherwise, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
I don't understand the people who get into like 2-week relationships or a month relationship and then just move on to the next person.
I can't. I have a few friends like that literally like will date one person
Like
after the other, after the other, after the other. And I'm like, I literally could not. Like me and my like ex, we broke up like, well, technically we broke up in January, but we were still seeing each other till May. But that was like however long ago. And I'm like, see, I know in myself, I'm not healed.
Yeah.
Like I'm not ready to date anyone else, and that's okay. You know?
Exactly. I think a lot of people struggle with being alone with their own thoughts.
Absolutely.
Things like that. They haven't done the work for independence. And that's...
I think I like myself better when I'm single.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a habit of like throwing myself into these like people, and I don't even like, I prioritize them more than myself.
Girl, it's giving BPD. I don't...
Stop! I know.
Like,
it's actually runs in my family.
Have you been...
No.
You should get checked for that.
Maybe. Hey.
Because I was going to say, I've noticed certain behaviors and I'm like, I have BPD myself.
Clocked.
Got diagnosed. I was like, there's some...
All right. Well,
emotional sensitivity.
You just got me here to talk about this.
Well, no, especially when it runs in your family because like I didn't find out until, God, my mum died from brain cancer, right? And it wasn't until after she died that I got diagnosed with BPD. And I realized, oh, that bitch had it too. Because all the signs were there. She was fucking unhinged. And I was always emotional, like even before the formative years of when it can develop. So that tells me I was born with it. Like it came down genetically.
I feel like this ties back to me being like, I had very intense female friendships.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what
intense intense relationships in general, like that's...
I just like love like so hard. I feel like nobody that I date loves me as much as I love them.
That's exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But do you know what? When someone does love me, like to the level that I love them, I'm like,
too much.
ew.
It's too much, girl.
Ew.
That's where you got to work through it in therapy. Fuck. Anyway, with dating women, seeing as we're on the subject.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you what that's like.
I couldn't either.
Tell me about it.
as someone that has dated men as well, like before I like came out and like kind of realized
And like gave them up, yeah.
I have so much fun on like first dates with women, especially. A lot of like my closest friends I met on like Hinge.
Yeah.
Because it's like you go on these dates with the expectation, I guess, oh, like maybe we'll end up dating, maybe we'll be together. But regardless, you can make a friend from that. You know, I feel very understood, like so much more appreciated and understood in relationships with women. I feel like that definitely is like a double-edged sword though, because I'll talk about like something that's going on and they understand like to a level that they can just like clock it.
Yeah.
And like shut, you know.
And you're not ready to confront that yet.
Yeah. And like a lot of like the arguments, like it's very like, I think it just comes from a place of like being a woman anytime, but like especially like now, like we're all like struggling. We all, I feel like, very understood, but I also, once again, I feel like the connection is so much deep. Maybe that's just because I'm a lesbian. Maybe I'm just saying, I'm being like, the connection is so much deeper, but it's actually just because I just like women. The connection is so much deeper than when I dated men. Duh.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it just really is so much more fulfilling. Even like little like flings and situationships, I feel so much more.
There's a lot more emotional maturity.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's women versus men, bro. Like, yeah.
And I literally saw something the other day. It was like people that say like, oh, I know that sexuality isn't a choice because I'm not gay. It's like, you've never had an argument with a woman. You've never had an argument with someone that understands what love languages, like bonding. Like you've never talked to anyone like
body language, everything.
So like it's definitely comes with its own challenges, but it is a lot more fulfilling and a lot more rewarding for me personally.
That sounds like such a good ad to be a lesbian.
Gay. See the gay agenda. My best friend.
Be gay, do crime.
Yeah, my best friend. She was like the ultimate ally, and then now she's dating a woman, and that's the gay agenda. Hey,
we love that.
Yeah.
One more for the cause.
Yes. I converted her.
We're gonna storm the Capitol.
For real. Let's go.
We're gonna throw all your fucking sex toys at it, your dildos and shit.
Not dildos, internal vibrators.
Not dildos, vibrators, yes. Yeah. It's the patriarchy talking. Ignore me.
Real.
So, in some cases, a lot of talking. A little too much talking.
A lot of talking. I feel, in that first week with my ex, I feel like I'd learn about her whole childhood, her whole relationship with everyone in her life.
Her life story.
Her whole life story, like everything that had ever happened. Like we would stay up till like 6 or 7 just talking, then sleep for 3 hours and then just keep talking the whole next day. But it's brilliant. Are you joking? Like that's actually the dream. Who wouldn't want that? You know?
Yeah. I mean, it is very romantic.
Absolutely. And the gestures and like the gifting. Obviously this depends on it just is. Yeah. It just feels very like thoughtful and like I don't know, it's just very fulfilling. As I feel like I keep going back to that. But like I feel like that's the best word.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's so valid. And I love that so much, especially compared to like, look, I'm a fierce advocate for women. And that comes rather easily when you hate men. But there are so many women who end up in relationships with men and just complain about all these things they don't do or how fucking hopeless and inconsiderate they are. Yeah, don't settle firstly. Girl, you could be doing so much better. You're choosing not to.
Yeah.
That's part of the accountability as well. So it's like, look for a fulfilling relationship.
I do understand though, like, I mean, me personally, once I'm like really like into someone, they can do no wrong. Like my man, like my woman. Like I was so like, I'm not saying that like me or my ex was worse. We were both evil in that situation. We were horrible for the last like 5 months. But some of the behaviors that she did, I would tell my friends and I was the first person to be, oh, but it's fine. Like it's fine. That
kind of stuff is also frustrating because listen, I completely understand it. I've been there, done that. Won't do it again. But you see online, for example, women will go and be like, oh, look what my husband did. And then you have people in the comments being like, leave him, girl. Yeah. This is such an obvious sign of disrespect, red flag. Easier said than done, yes. But don't go airing your dirty laundry if you cannot handle people telling you to
you have to expect like the commentary. Because if you're complaining, then obviously you know that that's what needs to happen anyway.
Yeah. Exactly.
For real.
If it's just for attention and shit, like what the fuck do you want?
I think they just need like a little bit of extra like push sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
It's worse when they're out there like defending their man after the fact. And it's like, well, why the fuck did you post this then?
Literally, girl, we already hate him.
Yeah.
Do you know?
We hate his guts.
You're not, mind you, this is my first impression of him.
Yeah.
So you're not changing anyone's mind. Am I representing the community?
Yeah. You're the spokesperson for the lesbians.
Please don't put that on me.
Again, fierce advocate for women, same goes for lesbians. They are the pillar of our community.
There's a reason L's first in LGBTQIA.
Yeah. Unfortunately, queer women experience so much, especially just for being women, so much discrimination.
Do you know what? Obviously, I'm quite like femme, right? So is my ex. There's one thing that comes to mind, like, I think I kissed her goodbye or something, whatever. And there were two guys that were like cheering, and that would happen so often. And I'm like, brother, I'm kissing my fucking girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this for you.
For you.
You can actually just go ahead and leave. Actually, she works here, so I know the fucking security, so you're out.
Yeah.
But like stuff like that would happen so much, and the amount of times, like, I feel like Oxford Street is turning straight, but that's another conversation.
Oh no, it is. It is. Yeah.
One time I was out and this man like came up and hit on me. He was so drunk, like he was literally fucking falling over, idiot. And he comes up and he's like, "Oh, you're really blah blah blah." And I was like, "Thank you, but like I'm gay." And he was like, "Well, have you ever slept with a man before then?" And I'm like, many a time."
That's so cliche.
And even if I hadn't, have you ever slept with a man? How do you know you're not gay?
Yeah, you take it up the ass, bitch. Fucking, my God.
But I'm like, how do you know? You know, I know.
By your logic.
Yeah. And then like, anyway, he's like, "Well, where do I go and pick up girls then? Where do I go?" Babe, not Oxford
here.
Street. Go to fucking Ivy.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Anyway, this guy's like, "Oh, I was complaining, whatever. This man is like, "Well, he was just trying to compliment you." Oh, do you know what? Best timing of my life. This random stranger walks over. "Are you okay? That was really fucked." I literally was like, "Do you hear that?" Yeah, it was really fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, I mean, I like can't really speak for like other communities, but I feel like there's just this like expectation that like women, like even lesbian women, will always end up with men. And I feel like that's kind of, especially what's happening right now with like, Fletcher. Oh, they're all like ending up with like men, and it just like, which happy for them, good for them. Bisexuality is very valid.
Yeah.
But there's just always this like expectation, and now especially in pop culture, there's like
it sends a bad message, a wrong message. Like
and it's all these like people that have built like this like sapphic like fan base, and then now it's just like, I don't know. There's just this expectation that I feel a lot of pressure to just like end up with a man at some point.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know what though? That is a result of the patriarchy and
Absolutely.
a result of like the way that women have been raised. Everything in society is telling you to get married to a man.
It took me a long time to like descend to the male gaze.
Yeah, and fucking make babies and all this kind of shit. Like it's absolutely disgusting what you have to go through to feel valid in your own identity.
Even these shorts, right?
Yeah.
Love them. Sook workwear, like brilliant. But they're like workwear shorts, right? The amount of times I go out and like women will be like, "Oh my God, I love your shorts." And then like these like straight men like will like have a joke and be like, "Oh my God, what the fuck, why are you wearing those shorts?" And I'm like, see, this is what I mean. I'm not dressing for you.
Exactly. The same thing happened to me because literally up the road from Universal, quite close by, I was just standing there by the tree fucking texting, minding my own business, trying to figure out where my friends were. I happened to be wearing jeans like this, but in pink. Yeah? Same denim jacket and everything, but these straight guys walk by and one of them is like clearly drunk or whatever the fuck. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck is that?" Knew he was referring to my pants, and I was like, "You're on fucking Oxford Street, bro."
Yeah.
Like, get a fucking grip.
I like literally like especially like Universal at the moment, like the like weeknight, it's great, it's brilliant, everyone is welcoming queer spaces, but I feel like you have to come with an understanding that you're in a queer space
100%.
and you can't be offended by people hitting on you or people turning you down or whatever. Birdcage especially, like I used to go every week for like a year straight, and it's just kind of shifted now, and it's like, it's just really disappointing. Like I feel like there's a lot of like, I don't know, it just is. It's just really disappointing. Like these once like really good, like really nice, like protective queer spaces are just being like, I don't want to say invaded.
No, you can say that. They're being colonized.
They're being colonized. But it's like, I don't know, it just feels like you're in a queer space. Obviously you're welcome, but that needs to come with
respect.
Yeah. And that sometimes isn't there.
I completely agree. And it's actually one of the reasons I haven't been. Not because I don't want to go. I understand and recognize that it's a women's space. I don't want to intrude on that in a way that's like,
and I really appreciate that. That actually means a lot.
I know that there are so few spaces for queer women.
There really is.
Yeah,
and you know what?
nothing.
My life dream is to open like a lesbian bar that's open every night.
My boyfriend wants to do that too.
Me and your boyfriend should talk.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's like...
You haven't met him yet, have you?
No. But there's like a lot of events.
Yeah. There's like one time, one night events kind of thing, but there's not an actual venue.
The only one I can think of is like Bearded Tit, and that's literally closing.
Exactly.
So...
Yeah. Tell you what, and having a straight housemate now who's actually chill and knows how to roll with the gays, that's been healing like my inner trauma with straight men.
For sure.
Because I've never met someone so unfazed. Like a straight man who was so unfazed.
One of my best friends is a straight man, but it's the same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like very understanding. He's very like, he leaves this like room, you know, like there's... I don't know. I feel like it's definitely like something that comes with like educating yourself and like being in these spaces. You have
to care enough to educate yourself and like make the effort.
Make the effort. It's not even an effort. Like seriously,
it's like, don't you want to better yourself? That's the thing. I can't stand people who don't have the desire to learn and grow as a person.
You said it. And I'll back it.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
I'm yours.
Yeah. The things that you got to deal with. Okay, speak more on that.
Even in the lesbian space, I mean, like, I feel like I've established myself enough now that I have enough friends, like, in these communities at these events, so I feel, like, welcome.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've struggled, not so much anymore, but in the past, like, especially when I first came out, I had this idea, like, I don't look gay enough.
Right.
Which is so stupid. Like, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
But they're really... And once again, it's going back to these, like, stereotypes and this, like, expectation. But I just felt like this pressure, like, you're either, like, super femme or you're super mask. Yeah. And it's like, do I look gay when I'm literally dating a woman? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, is this not enough?
It's just... Yeah. And, like, I don't know. The amount of, like, looks that you get... I feel like, especially from, like, straight men, there's a lot of, like, offense taken when you say that you're gay. And I'm like, I'm not trying to...
That's because they center everything around themselves.
Yeah.
It's like, God forbid they think of another person having a separate life to them. They're like, oh, how does this affect me? I'm offended because they might be saying it to get away from me because they're not interested. It's not fucking about you.
And in the last, like maybe, like, 3 or 4 months, I've heard 3 times... But if you were bi, like, I would. I'll tell you who after. You probably know a few of them.
I know, whatever.
No, stop. It's just exhausting because I feel like I've spent so long, especially being super femme, like, establishing myself and being, like, accepted by other people as who I am. And then to just constantly be, like, sexualized.
Yeah.
That's another thing, like, just, like, the sexualization. Lesbian porn... Girl, no one does that. No, it's like, they just, I don't know, I feel like there's not much representation unless you actually go, like, searching for, I'm not talking about porn, I'm talking, like, in general.
You're like, more lesbian porn.
Well, come on, someone's got to do it.
Yeah. You volunteer as tribute.
Maybe. If the timing was right. No, but it's like there's just not much representation. You know, that's why I'm so grateful. I feel like especially in the last, like, year with, like, Chapel Roan.
Love her.
I love when, like, musicians use, like, gendered pronouns in their music.
Yes.
Like Chapel Roan using, like, she, her.
Yeah. Because I used to find it so frustrating when, like, there was a gay artist who didn't
like
say,
gay,
like, he.
Or, like, you. Or, like, you know who else is really good for that? Troye Sivan.
Except I'm not into his music. I don't really like it.
No comment. I love that man. You know what? If he was bi, I would not joke. But it's like I feel like now, especially, like, it's really good. Like, a lot of these musicians, like Chapel Roan.
The fact that Doechie's like a queer, like a bi woman.
Yeah, and like openly, like Kehlani. Like, they're using, like, these, like, gendered pronouns. I love that. I love that these, like, bigger artists, it's no longer, like, underground kind of
Yeah,
like,
they're just being true to themselves and not listening to what a
Yes.
label might say and be like, no, we need to hide it and leave it open.
yeah.
You know, like,
it's
yeah.
like, I love that so much.
Yeah.
And I feel like there hasn't been much representation for like the entire queer community, but especially lesbians in music.
Billy's also lesbian,
Bi.
isn't she? Oh, she's bi.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I think she's dated women and
Yeah.
she's dating a man right now.
Ew.
Anyway.
Yeah, oh my God. I feel like we're just scratching the surface.
You know what? I could talk about it all day.
Yeah. So on the subject of, obviously you've had to deal with men and things and the whole fantasy of lesbians and stuff. It's the male gaze, right? What are some stereotypes that you feel there's like some truth to them or they're a bit overplayed, you know?
Well, I can personally attest to the U-Haul situation. The fact that I was driving a van in the rain within 2 weeks.
Were you going to Bunnings?
Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what? On the way here, we drove past the Bunnings that me and my ex went to get a chain for her egg chair on her balcony. That I do feel like it moves a lot faster, but I don't think that that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I do think that there is a lot of truth in that statement, but I also think that just means I feel like it's a lot easier to connect. You're a lot quicker to connect.
Yeah.
Obviously a stereotype, but I do think there's some truth to that. And I will say a lot of the other stereotypes I don't really see much truth in.
Yeah.
I hate when me and my ex, they would be like, oh, but who's like the like man? Actually, one of my old
they do that.
coworkers
They
said
do
to
that with the
me,
gays
I
too,
know, and I'm
yeah.
like, there is no man. It's a lesbian relationship.
Exactly. It's like there's no girl, bro. It's gay.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
Literally. I remember one of my coworkers said to me, like, this was like ages ago, like years ago, like a year ago.
He's dead now.
No, dead to me.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
But he said to me, oh, but like, don't rush, don't chase her. Like, don't chase her. Like, you want to like wait because like you don't want to be like the man. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be the man in general. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, it's just, that's something I really hate. I really hate that idea that there needs to be
It's
like...
the heteronormativity. Putting you in that box.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like, hate to like circle back to me and my ex again, but I feel like me and my ex were like the perfect example of that. Like, we were both very femme.
Yeah.
There was no like dominant, you know, it was just kind of like how we were. And like, that is how it should be.
Like this whole femininity, masculinity thing, it's like, bro, those are just constructs.
Yeah.
They don't have to
Some
apply
days
to you.
I wear this. Sometimes I wear like full tits out, like you've seen.
Yeah.
Like tiny shorts, like, you know, like it's like, it doesn't mean anything, especially in the way that you present yourself.
Exactly. Oh my God, actually, the way that aligns with something I got to deal with regarding my aesthetic and my appearance, because I'm very like put together, polished. That's part of my aesthetic. I
Yeah.
like to look, you know, done up. But as a result, between that, you know, the way that I dress, I like wearing well-fitted clothing, and because I'm short and because I'm Latino, people assume that makes me a bottom. And it's like, oh no, that's not how that works.
All right.
I like to look good, and I will gaslight men into getting me drinks because I look like this. But damn straight, I'm a top, bro. Like and you can usually pick that up from, I mean, guys do when I start talking.
Buy me a drink.
25 years, man.
I've been doing that. I say with my ex, I used to be like, can you get me a drink? And can you also get my girlfriend a drink? Sorry, now we're up here already and you're already paying. So.
Exactly. But yeah, it can be very frustrating because they make those assumptions and they project that onto you. I've said this to a couple of friends. I'm like, some of these drag queens, mostly the older ones, they make comments as jokes, but it's based on how you look, and it's just very outdated. And it's like,
everyone always thinks I'm straight, so
I don't know how. I don't see it. I don't see it at all.
you saw me and you were like, gay.
Yeah, I was like, lesbianic. Well, is there anything else that you want to acknowledge or kind of talk about with what it's like to be a lesbian in this world?
I feel like I've already like spoken about most of it, but there is like a weird like judgment a lot of the time from even in like the gay community.
Oh, absolutely.
Or sometimes I feel like these spaces aren't mine. People will like kind of just like ignore me or like not talk to me, and then when they find out that I'm a lesbian, then it all shifts. And I do understand that, but I probably wouldn't be in these spaces with these people if I wasn't at least like an ally, you know?
Exactly.
I feel like being a woman in general, right now is like very difficult.
Yes.
And I think there should just be a little bit more like space held, you know, a little bit more empathy and like understanding.
Here's what I want to remind you of, yeah? Especially with our community and gays in the community, the white gays are men before they are gay.
Let me get my book.
Yeah.
And then write it down.
They are white and they are men before they are gay. They can get away with so fucking much, and they fucking flip sides like it's nobody's business because they get to abuse their privilege that they have, and then they can cry wolf when they want to. That doesn't stop them from gaslighting women, from ignoring them, dismissing them, from mistreating people of color. It doesn't matter what community you're from. They can be fucking assholes when they want to. It's because at the end of the day, they benefit from the fucking system. I totally feel you. It's the minorities, you know, we got to stick together.
And that's why it's so important to have a really good group of friends.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to circle back to that.
We love that.
I love talking about my friends. Like my favorite topic.
Yeah, so good. So cute. Well, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
I'll bring
Thank
you
you
back.
again. Yes, please. I would love to come back.
I mean, I might not have like free sex toys for you next time, but...
Well, I'm not coming then.
And this has been Sabotage.